Coming up on the Dog Dudes. Whoa! A Pitbull with problems.
He's bitten a few people.
Hey! He's making life difficult for his owner.
He doesn't like people coming into the apartment. It's been a real issue with being single, trying to date.
It's okay, baby.
Phoenix heads to the hospital.
No obvious lesion there.
Follow, come! Good boy!
A new pup visits the pack.
You can do it, baby. You can do it!
And the pack mother
This is her collar.
is remembered.
We miss her dearly.
Dogs recognize right away that we're dog people.
Come on, babies, let's go.
The best dog trainers on the West Coast
I left a career of being a doctor to do this.
take on the toughest dogs.
Can't live like this anymore.
Dylan primarily focuses on the dog.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone be able to do that with him.
While I focus on the human psychology.
Okay, you can do it.
Thank you.
Kane. No. No.
But they don't do it alone.
Our pack of huskies is our secret weapon. Nobody else does this in the dog training world.
Dogs are social animals.
Ocean's really good at teaching other dogs to play.
They learn so much better from the pack
Who's a happy dog?
than they do from us alone.
We're really making the world a better place, one dog at a time.
I adopted Frank from the SPCA. He's a Pitbull mixed with a Boxer and a Red Doberman. I took him for a walk and we had sort of an instant connection.
When Amanda Tupper adopted her dog Frank, she wanted a pet she could have a close relationship with.
He's a huge personality. He's just hilarious.
In the 3 years she's had Frank, they've rarely spent a night apart.
We spend a lot of time together. We're best friends.
But their friendship is not without its difficulties.
The issues with Frank I started to see pretty much day one. After I got him home, growling and barking and trying to lunge. Dogs, people, mostly men.
Frank is extremely protective of Amanda.
I'm the only one that can control him. He's bitten a few people. Okay, no. Yeah, so it's pretty scary. He doesn't like people coming into the apartment. It's been a real issue with being single, trying to date.
Be a good boy. Please be quiet, okay?
Leaving Frank alone to go on a date is also a problem.
But if I have to leave at a moment's notice, he will bark and scream. People will bang on the floors. So he's made that process a little bit stressful, yeah.
From dating to simply leaving the house, Frank is bringing a lot of stress into Amanda's life with his bad behavior.
I love Frank so much, but I can't have my life revolve around my dog anymore. Frank.
So who are we helping today?
We've got a Doberman Boxer Pitbull mix who's got some anger issues to the point where he's actually bitten a few people already.
Is this the case of the man-hating dog?
Yeah, and it sounds like it's pretty bad to the point where she's not even being able to go on a date for quite a while. So when we show up at the people's houses, you don't really know what to expect. Some of the dogs are full of intensity and rage. Hi. Other dogs are coming from a place of much more insecurity and anxiety and uncertainty.
So what are the biggest problems with Frank?
Biggest problems with Frank are definitely other dogs when he's on a leash and men. Men in particular, he's terrified of.
With a brief understanding of Frank's triggers, the dog dudes get to work.
It's really important for us to see him when he's reacting and triggered. So we have a person coming in front of ours. He's going to be a little bit of bait for him to react so that we can see what we're working with.
You can come in.
I was definitely scared for what Frank was going to do.
The dog dude's assistant Dax enters.
How are you?
Just pull him back a little bit. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Quite severe, really.
It's okay.
The dog dudes test Frank's reactivity once more. But this time, Dylan holds the leash.
You can come in. He's more concerned about getting back to his mom than who's at the door, I think.
With Amanda not at his side, Frank appears edgy,
Hey,
Hey.
but far less aggressive.
just pet him. It's okay. There we go.
Okay, good boy.
Good boy. So he's obviously reacting less with me than he is with you, Amanda. And
Yeah.
it could also be, I mean, there's partial anxiety, but it could also be the sense that he feels like he needs to protect you as well. And so that's why we're gonna show you going forward how to like establish that he needs to see you as the alpha, the leader, that you're the one determining whether situations are safe or not. He's not, that's not his job to determine that. Okay, so I think that we should bring our dogs up to meet him now. So it's important for problem dogs to meet our pack on their own turf because it helps establish respect. So essentially it's Frank's house, but it's our pack's rules.
Back at the car, Darian unleashes the pack.
Phoenix, come. Elevator manners. We're civilized puppies, right?
I've never had dogs in my place before. It'll be pretty interesting to see 4 big dogs come into his space.
Yeah? Hey guys. Hey. Shh.
Hey, guys.
Okay.
While Dylan places Frank on his side to calm him,
Good boy, Phoenix.
Pack Alpha Phoenix moves closer to assert his presence.
Shh, it's okay, baby. Good boy, Phoenix. Phoenix is the pack leader, so he's usually the initial one to go up and greet the problem dogs and assess the situation.
Wow.
So we place Frank on his side to calm him, to let him know that his behavior is not okay.
It's okay, Frank.
It's okay, buddy.
But what's really important is when we do this, we do it with very calm, loving, and soothing energy so the dog doesn't feel threatened in any way and feels safe and cared for. And I want him to wait till he just fully relaxes, and then I'm gonna let him up, and then we can try again. Okay, you wanna go say hi? Can you say hi to these guys now?
Good boy.
Good boy, see, that's so much better now. He's not reacting.
Good job, buddy.
Good boy, Frank.
Good boy.
And his tail's even going a little bit nervously, but he's also relaxing a bit. Good boy.
I'm just loving every moment of this. Yeah, this is amazing. This is like nothing we've ever experienced before.
Compassion is really important because obviously, like a lot of the times, especially when you're working with dogs.
While Dylan is talking, Amanda reaches down to pet Phoenix.
Hey.
So yeah, I saw that happening, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He just tried to nip at Phoenix. Often it's a few steps forward, a few steps back, but those setbacks are moments to grow and learn again.
Was it because I was...
Might have been, yeah, it's like this protective energy towards you, and I think that's a lot of actually what's happening, is that there's some degree of anxiety, but there's also protectionism over you.
Yeah.
So if we don't intervene right now and help the dog parents understand the issues, then the dog's problems are just gonna get worse. You can let him up now. None of that, okay? None of that.
No.
Yeah,
Good boy.
I've never seen anything like this before, so I'm really excited for meeting up again.
And we'll give you a hug too. Come here, come here.
So great.
You get a hug too.
One week later, at a downtown dog park,
Guys, come on. Let's go. Come on.
the dog dudes want to address Frank's bad manners with other dogs.
Okay, good dogs.
To gauge Frank's possessiveness in public, Amanda will take the leash.
I think you can do it.
Okay.
We're gonna be right beside you.
Okay, as long as you guys are there. I'm just a little bit still apprehensive that he's good with the dog dudes, but with me, it's sort of like a little bit different, so I'm not sure if I'm quite ready. Let's go say hi.
Come on, Frank, let's go say hi.
They approach a Bernese mountain dog named Hodor.
I've only tried to pet another dog once or twice before when he's been on the leash, and he's gotten super aggressive trying to get at that dog to do damage.
No, don't pull him away. Don't pull him away. That's good. Yeah, let him go. Let him sniff the bum. Good boy, Frank. Good boy, Frank. Look at that. Yes.
Frank succeeds with a friendly greeting.
Try to give a little more attention to Hodor so then he's not as obsessed on you.
Hey, buddy.
There we go. Good boy, Frank. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's fine. There was a little bit of a nip there, so yeah. Frank is showing a lot of progress, but his possessiveness over Amanda is a deep-seated issue. Shh. And we need to continue working through it. It's okay if they say hi? Okay.
The dog dudes get Amanda to greet another strange dog.
Hey, Charlie.
Frank approaches.
Good boy. Good hello.
And manages a friendly hello.
Good job, buddy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
It's unbelievable. Me petting other dogs while he's on the leash and not freaking out, it's just unreal.
Good girl.
He's even letting a male stranger pet him.
This is
And it's good that he's reacting, because he has a lot of he's had a lot of reactivity to men in the past too, so it's really good you're getting this.
Feminine guy. It's a nice.
Amanda wants to see if Frank will take a treat from the stranger.
Cookie? Here you go, Frank. It's okay.
Good
There
boy,
you go.
Frank.
Good boy, Frank.
very cool. Really excited. I can't believe how far he's come in like an hour. It's unbelievable. Like a stranger giving him treats like that. It's really cool.
Feeling good?
Mm-hmm. Feeling really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can see that this is possible. If I can relax.
Yeah, that's the biggest challenge, is getting the people to change.
There's definitely still some work to be done. I think a lot of it's me. I'm still very anxious. Yeah.
Deep breaths, lots of deep breathing. Deep breathing calms the soul.
Early morning, and the dog dudes are heading to the vet.
We're really concerned with Phoenix because he's developed a limp, and we want to make sure that he is in full health and being able to keep up with the pack, especially as the leader of the pack.
So we have reviewed the medical records. It sounds like quite a chronic condition.
Phoenix does have this intermittent limp that keeps on showing up, and we'll be doing everything we can from a dietary and home care point of view.
It's okay, baby.
So we've come to the Regional Animal Protection Society in hopes that they can help.
So Phoenix is bright, alert, responsive, well hydrated, very well camped dog. So with Phoenix, what we saw is a chronic ailment by the name of osteoarthritis/tendonitis, which is a chronic inflammation due to being ever so active.
Oh, baby. Where's Phoenix?
The therapy for Phoenix is very specialized and a rare opportunity for any dog.
So this is the hyperbaric chamber. The hyperbaric oxygen therapy allows oxygen to get into those injured tissues and help them heal. Are we ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Phoenix, come.
Phoenix, come.
Come here, baby.
It's okay, good boy.
We don't crate our dogs or anything like that, so they're not used to confined spaces.
Stay, Phoenix.
It does concern me a little bit that he could really feel nervous in there.
Once the door is sealed,
It's okay, baby.
they compress the chamber with 100% oxygen.
I think he's starting to look like, how do I get out? Like, would you hear him barking or whining? Would you hear it through this?
Yeah.
You do? Like, he's definitely panting and breathing very heavily. Like, psychologically, I don't want to scar him.
The dog dude's concern for their pack's health has been heightened since the unexpected death of their alpha dog, Sky.
Our dogs are our children, so of course we're going to be concerned about them.
Hey, baby, it's okay.
Since we've lost Sky, we're all the more aware of just how precious our time is with them.
Sky left us suddenly and unexpectedly due to cancer. She was Phoenix's mate, and together they raised our entire pack. Sky was the inspiration behind our philosophy and approach to dog training and rehabilitation. She was an incredible teacher and the alpha of our pack. We miss her so much, and she's irreplaceable.
So we're decompressing the chamber, and we're now at 1 atmosphere.
We're coming, Phoenix.
45 minutes later, the therapy is over.
Here we go.
Hi, baby. Hi, Phoenix. Hi. Come here, let me help you out.
The welcoming committee.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, good boy.
Good boy, Phoenix.
Yeah,
Shake it off. Hey, baby. Welcome back to Earth.
Yeah, exactly. He looks happy, huh? Phoenix, basically, though he seemed to be a bit panting when he was there, he just jumped out a rejuvenated dog.
What do you think, Phoenix? You feel good?
Must go quickly.
Phoenix is looking a lot more comfortable and his gait is a lot better. He looks like he's feeling more confident and calm. We're going to continue the treatment and hopefully see even more progress. Hey, Amanda.
Hello.
A few days later at a downtown dog park,
We're gonna take Frank for ourselves, and we'll have you walk away to really challenge his separation anxiety.
the dog dudes take aim at Frank's difficulty at being apart from Amanda.
All right, here you go, Frank.
Okay, bye, Frank. Be a good boy. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough for both of us, but it's totally needed. I can't leave my apartment without Frank barking and whining for hours on end.
It's okay.
I've had a lot of complaints from my neighbors, and I'm on the verge of getting evicted if we don't get this figured out.
It's okay. It's okay.
Come on, I'll help you forget about your mommy for a minute. Come on. There's a good boy. Let's actually run a bit. You want to run?
Come on.
Let's run.
Come on.
Here we go.
So the key to overcoming separation anxiety is distraction, repetition, and sufficient exercise. But often this isn't a quick fix.
Let's keep running a bit because we don't want him to go into that place. Come on.
When Frank's stressed out, it makes me really anxious. It makes me upset.
Well, it's okay.
He just gets so worked up. His level just goes through the roof.
Frank's never really settled down. In fact, the longer he's been away from Amanda, it's only gotten worse.
There we go. It's okay. It's okay. So I think it's important that we bring back Amanda now. Don't push him too far.
Hello.
Hey, Amanda, you can come back now.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Okay. She's coming. See, your mommy's right there. Okay, he's excited to see you right now, right? But I just want to contain his excitement a little bit at the same time. There we go. There we go.
This is really intense. Like, his energy is really high.
Is this more than what he normally shows with this issue, or
No,
is this quite normal
this
for him?
is totally normal.
We'll often ask, like, how do we fix our separation anxiety with a dog? And the honest truth is that a lot of the times you can't.
Usually the only way to fix it is to get another dog.
It'd be really good for Frank to have a regular friend that he can hang out with and go on walks with. That'd be really
Yeah,
great.
he has no friends.
Well, Frank needs friends.
Yeah, Frank
okay?
needs friends.
All dogs need friends.
Yeah.
All right, Frank?
Yes.
Friends are fun.
Let's go, Bunny.
A few days later on Dog Mountain,
This is a really special mountain for us because this is the last place that we wanted to hike with before Sky parted ways with us.
the dog dudes are on a hike to remember one of their own.
It seems like a very fitting place to honor her.
Sky, the alpha and mother to the dog dudes pack, passed away unexpectedly earlier this year. Although the dog dudes are hiking to memorialize the past,
Good boy.
they brought with them a bit of the future.
Okay, good boy.
We also have sweet little Apollo tagging along with us today. He's on puppy boot camp with our pack.
Apollo really has big potential to become integrated into our pack one day.
Come on, Phoenix.
But before Apollo can run with the big dogs,
Come on, you gotta learn how to get out of holes that you get yourself in.
he still has a few important lessons to learn.
Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it, baby. Okay, good boy. It's okay. It's okay.
There we go. You're good.
Undaunted, Apollo carries on in pursuit of the pack.
There's a good boy. Look at you, you little mountaineer.
Our hopes for Apollo is that he can follow in the footsteps of Sky and our pack and become a rehabilitation and therapy dog of his own.
Guys, come.
Come on, guys. Pretty beautiful. It's nice that we get to come here to do this for her.
Yeah, it is.
There's no replacing Sky, and we miss her dearly. We didn't just lose her as our companion to what we do, it was losing her as our daughter. We lost her in a very unexpected and tragic way. This is her collar. It happened in the span of 10 hours, and it was the most traumatic experience of my life. She was only 9 years old, and we thought she was totally healthy. And it turned out that she had 2 giant tumors growing on her liver. One of them was hemorrhaging, so we rushed her to the emergency vet. And she pulled through just enough to say goodbye to us. And then we lost her. She had a cardiac arrest just after the surgery. Sky, your sudden, shocking passing crushed my heart and sent my soul crashing. You were my daughter, you were my friend, you were my sidekick to the very end. You knew just how to help and teach, even those who seemed out of reach.
Sky, you were a one-of-a-kind creature. You're an amazing companion,
Hi, Princess. Hi, Sky.
an amazing teammate, amazing leader,
Hey, girl. It's okay.
mother.
Good girl. Good girl.
You've touched so many people's lives and so many dogs' lives.
This is the whole family here.
You've raised so many puppies. Happy birthday to you.
Baby trimming. This guy's testing out here. I miss her so much. I miss her too. Let's release our ashes into the wind, I guess.
Without a doubt, my heart feels broken that the world doesn't get to experience Sky in her full glory and magnificence, but she lives on in all of us.
2 weeks later, in downtown Vancouver.
So today, Amanda, I think you were mentioning that your friend JJ is coming by with his dog Hudson.
Yes, yeah.
To address Frank's separation anxiety, the dog dudes are trying a bit of doggy matchmaking.
Who is this JJ guy?
We just started dating.
Oh, you started dating?
Yeah.
So he's not just a friend, he's a special friend.
Yes, he's a special friend. JJ has a dog that I'm hoping Frank can be friends with. Up until now, I've been terrified to have them meet.
Come on.
Amanda's special friend JJ arrives with his rat terrier Hudson.
This is the first time that Hudson is going to meet Frank, so it's a pretty big deal, I guess.
And so what's Hudson's story? Is he a bit of a rescue as well?
Hudson's a rescue as well.
Yeah?
Come on, bud.
Okay.
He takes a little bit of warming up.
Want some chicken? Are you too nervous to eat right now?
He's a little scared. Hudson gets nervous. He's got separation anxiety.
With both dogs suffering from the same separation anxiety, making friends could be their mutual cure.
Good boy, Frank.
To break the ice,
You want to make another friend?
the dog dudes present Frank to Hudson for a cheeky hello.
Good boy, Frank.
Great introduction.
There we go.
About face.
Then it's Hudson's turn to back into a greeting.
There we go. Good boy, Frank.
Good boy.
It's okay.
Frank seems curious and friendly towards new dog Hudson,
Positive encounter so far?
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, Frank seems pretty happy to... Oh.
but Hudson isn't as open to making new friends.
Hudson kept growling at Frank, and I was like, oh, this is not gonna be good.
And that's fine, too, because, you know, he's the older dog, right? He's 7?
Yeah.
It's very normal for the older dog, and he's also a smaller dog, so he needs to be able to use his body language like he's using right now to be able to assert his bubble and his boundary.
I think them two combined could help them both get out of their shells and build their confidence.
I think this will be helpful to sort of learn from an older dog on what's okay and what's not okay.
Do some laps, come on.
To build the dog's bond, Frank and Hudson are taken for a lap around the field.
One's a mama's boy, one's a daddy's boy.
Yeah. There you go.
Hudson just told Frank off again, when once again Frank listened.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Could also teach Frank how to play more calmly and less rambunctious because he's going to keep telling him off.
See, that's nice. You guys can be buddies.
The interaction went really well. And yeah, it seems like they like each other. They can stand next to each other and be on the leashes. It's pretty cool.
This is amazing. They're having great interactions together, and they're starting to really form a connection. I can see how much happier Frank is looking. He's really relaxed, showing that he's really enjoying this process, I think, of having another dog around.
Yeah, he is.
Finally, to make sure this relationship is going to work, we need to bring Hudson to Frank's home turf.
So obviously, the biggest trigger for a dog can be in its own home, being possessive over its own place. So we'll have JJ come in with Hudson and see how that goes.
Okay, sounds good.
Hi, Hudson.
Hey, sit. Frank, sit down. Stay. It's Hudson. It's your friend Hudson. Good boy, Frank.
Amazing.
See, the fact that he just laid down right now, that's actually really good.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Just a few weeks ago, Frank wouldn't even let a dog anywhere near him without freaking out. And now he's allowing a dog into his home.
So you guys are going to be spending a lot of time together, I think. When you guys aren't able to be here for them, they can be here for each other.
Yeah, it's really neat. I'm so impressed with what the dog dudes were able to accomplish with Frank and I. The fact that they can be this close together is amazing. He's so calm.
He's so calm, right?
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot more confident with him.
As much as Frank has grown in this process, so has Amanda.
It's really great to see Frank's sweet and kind personality reemerge after being held back so long by his anxiety.
Thank you guys so much. This is amazing.
Well, we'd be happy to help.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll get to know you guys and
Much more
Frank.
confident with him. Thank you.
And we can't take all the credit. The pack had a huge part to play, right?
You're a new dog.
Yes. Yeah, you're totally getting it.
Very good student.
Yes, he is.
This is Namibia, the home of 2.5-year-old Tokelos, a Jack Russell Terrier named after the equally strange creature of Namibian legends.
Tokelos is a mean little beast that people use to break into banks.
A tokelos is a small creature with a big head that people use to cast magic spells.
People use a tokelos to scare others and to put spells on them.
Tokelos lives up to his name, and he has an unusual job for a male dog. Tokelos is a surrogate mother to big cats like these young cheetahs, a job that wasn't on Marlies van der Merwe's mind when she got him.
I got Tokelos 2 years ago, and I didn't get him to raise animals, just for a companion and as a dog, as a friend.
The changing circumstances in Namibia make Tokelos's job necessary. Here the wild animals used to roam free. But Namibia is now mainly farmland, and farmers have the right to protect their livestock by killing troublesome wild animals. When the big cats are killed, orphans are often left behind. Orphans too young to survive on their own without a mother.
Most of them are problem animals. Mom's been shot, and then we get the babies and we raise them.
And that's where Tokelos comes in. Tokelos lives on Harness. Harness is not a zoo, it's a rehabilitation center for wild animals who need care. Harness began with one rescued monkey. That was 24 years ago, when it was a cattle farm. Now the cattle are gone, and a variety of wild and domestic animals have the run of what used to be grazing land. Marlies' parents began Harness. It's still a family operation, now run by Marlies, along with Tokelos. When Tokelos first arrived on Harness, Marlies introduced her new pet to life in the enclosed areas. Then it was out onto the dry savanna, with animals well enough to need exercise in unconfined areas. And that's where Marlies began to notice Tokelos's mothering instincts. Most big cats are active at night, but not cheetahs. And Tokelos soon found himself being followed by a litter of young cheetahs, just as if he was their mother. And when the Jack Russell Terrier and Tokelos sent him exploring everything in sight, the young cats imitated him as if he was their mother. Slowly and mysteriously, that's just what Tokelos transformed himself into. Without any real training, he took on the role of a surrogate mom. Tokelos doesn't replace a natural mother, but his lessons in basic social skills are necessary.
I think he's doing a very good job because he teaches them manners, and so it's good. You already can see that he's the dominant one of the group, so they have a lot of respect for him, and so he's doing a good job. Otherwise, they wouldn't let him in the group.
Being a mother is difficult enough. Being a surrogate mother to another species is even more taxing.
His job is to teach them manners. If they annoy him too much, bite him too much, he has to bite them. So they have to learn. If I say stop and I bite you, it's stop. There's a bit of a comparison towards what mummies would have done, and that is to have order, and there's rules and regulations in the group, and I think that is what Tokelos tries to teach them when he bites them and keep them on their spot. Okay, it's good.
Yeah.
Because Tokelos can work with the large cats, he has another completely different job. Harness is a not-for-profit organization. When public relations pictures are required, Tokelos is there to line up the animals for their shots. It's a job tough little Tokelos is good at, and it helps support the foundation. Tokelos' job also takes him to schools with Marlies.
Tokelos helps me also not only with the animals, but going out to schools or agriculture shows. And we go out with the younger animals. He lets them feel more comfortable.
Tokelos' presence makes it easier for the children to accept live wild animals they've never seen this close.
I know that we have a lot of critics against letting kids touch the animals, but if you touch a lion in your life and grow up with this feeling that you've touched it, and then you go and shoot it one day, you're not going to do it.
There are other dogs at Harness, dogs that even the lions don't mess with. But the dogs don't frighten Tokelos. He's Macho Mom, ready to take on anything.
I don't know what he's thinking, but even big dogs he wants to bite, so I think he's in a way thinking that if I can play with a leopard, I can play with anything else.
Just as life on Harness seems to be relaxing a bit, a problem arrives for Marlies. In fact, a number of tiny problems. A litter of orphaned leopards. Once again, Tokelos turns out to be a natural mom. His day begins by cleaning the baby leopards all over as Marlies bottle feeds them. The licking stimulates all of the baby's bodily functions.
He's supposed to clean the baby's mouth and also lick their bums, because if you don't lick them or just don't wash them, they won't do their thing, so they will explode. So he's got an important job there. And so it makes a difference. It makes a difference with him. I think we've got the best jobs we can ever ask for, because we have a relaxed job. We're together the whole time and we have a relaxing job, going out with wild animals and play with them. So we have a lot of fun every day. And if we can make a difference with one cheetah or 4 cheetahs that we get out of nature, and their mom's been shot and we raise them, and the dog raise them and we as humans raise them, and they like us, and we can make this difference with 4 cheetahs surviving in Namibia, we will do it.
The big cats of Africa are lucky to have Tokelos. He's a good mother. In fact, an exceptional one. Not only is he a male mom, but he can raise many species: lions, cheetahs, and leopards. And as adults, these cats will live in safety in the wilderness areas of the Harness Sanctuary, thanks to Tokelos. Barkley is a 4-year-old golden retriever, and he's always in training for his job. Some of his training is dangerous. Some of his training is simply unpleasant. Few dogs will climb ladders. And even fewer dogs can be trained to rappel down buildings. Barkley also trains on the ground at disaster sites with his partner and trainer, Flynn Lamont.
His major function, along with mine, is the location of people that are trapped. He just tells me where those people are.
Barkley is a disaster dog. He's a member of the technical rescue team with the Vancouver Fire Department. He trains for search and rescue work non-stop. Should catastrophe strike, he must be prepared. Barkley is always in top form and ready to work. Devastation doesn't send a messenger. But if any type of disaster hits, Barkley is trained to find victims. Barkley works in Vancouver. Luckily, his rescue skills haven't been needed there, yet. But the city does have the foresight to employ this disaster dog. Barkley never takes a break from daily training. He stays in shape because the call could come at any time. The British Columbia coast has been shaken by a number of small quakes, so Barkley concentrates on his earthquake training. Scientists predict a strong quake will hit the coast of British Columbia, but no one can say when.
Make yourself comfortable, and I'll go down the other end and send the dog off on his way. So just find a spot in here. He'd be valuable in pretty much any city, but particularly here, I guess, because we've got we have earthquake problems. We haven't had one in quite a number of years, but they say there is one coming. We have lots of high-rises. We have lots of confined spaces. Okay, ready?
Search for him.
Here, the threat of an earthquake is taken very seriously, and a special area has been set up to duplicate the aftermath. This is where Barkley trains. Training is a game for Barkley, with a toy as his reward.
He's been trained over the years that all humans are fun, all humans carry toys, and potentially all humans have treats for him. So he's basically looking for a human because that human has his toy.
You getting too hot? Yeah. Give it to him. Can you bring it down here?
Barkley's willingness to train anywhere is the result of his love for Flynn.
You love the dad?
We have a great bond. That's one of the things that you get with a dog like this is you get a really good working bond, a really good buddy bond. I trust him, he trusts me. It's definitely not a natural environment for a dog to be raised and lowered. Traditionally, they have really poor depth perception. They don't like walking on things they can see through because it throws them off. They can't really understand that. Barkley doesn't mind dangling off of different places. The practicality of being able to raise and lower a dog would be particularly valuable if we're dealing with structural collapse. To actually raise and lower him in a controlled situation is a valuable exercise for everybody. Should the situation ever present itself, we've now prepared for that eventual day.
Back at the fire station, Barkley's just one of the guys, so he gets to do what they do, with dog perks thrown in, like eating, relaxing, more eating, and sleeping. Should disaster strike, Barkley will be there as part of the technical rescue team.
He's well trained, he's ready to go, he's ready to be put into action. We're just waiting for that eventual day to happen.
That was a busy day, huh?
The people of Vancouver may not know how long and hard Barkley trains for them, but there may come a day when they're glad he does. Smuggling is the plague of every international airport. Canada has put together a force to stop the flow of illegal goods across borders. Employees have been specially trained to catch criminals with their contraband as they try to slip through customs. Today, the best detective the Canadians have is on duty. Rookie, the Beagle, works the Mirabel Airport beat in Montreal. If it's on the list, Rookie's knows we'll find it. When Rookie heads for your bag and then puts a paw on it, you may as well give up.
Hello.
Hi.
Is this your suitcase here?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay. Do you have your custom card, please?
Sure.
Now you're on your way to a thorough investigation.
Nothing to glare, no?
Nothing to declare at all. Okay, we'll just have a quick look. Okay.
Bombs and drugs aren't on Rookie's mind or nose.
Oops. That's a sausage. That's a meat product, sir.
Yeah, I know. I had the sausage in there, yeah.
He's after your sausages. Your fruits.
Good boy.
Your flowers.
The plant cutting.
Yeah.
These are the innocent seeming items that can bring new plant diseases into a country, new killer illnesses to a population.
We're using a dog for the simple reason that the danger of importing a foreign pest or disease is very, very high in Canada. You are subject to have a fine of up to $200 for not declaring on your import card. When he detects an agricultural odor, whether it be dairy or animal or vegetable or plants, he's trained to sit and he puts his paw where he detected the odor. Rookie is trained to find agricultural products, and he has cited your suitcase as a potential agricultural product that you're bringing into the country. He will get a little food reward, and then he goes on and carries on and looks for more suspects.
Rookie's lucky in his work. Turning criminals in is just a game for him. A game with a reward.
Beagles always work for food. They'll do anything for food. Good boy. Come on. The reason why the Canadian Food Inspection Agency chose Beagles was because of the fact these are hunting dogs. Their keen sense of smell makes them ideal dogs to do this type of work. Move on. They are small dogs. They're happy-go-lucky dogs. Their character is non-aggressive. They just love to work around the passengers and around the public. High five. Woohoo! High five. Woohoo! High five. Dance. Good boy. Stay. Good boy. Roll. Good boy. Roll. Roll. Good boy. Hop. Good boy. Sit. Down. I would compare Rookie to a laid-back type Perry Como style, where nothing phases him. He's got one thing on his mind. He's a dedicated employee, and he just loves to do his work. Find it. Good to see you. He doesn't understand that he's finding a bird or that he's finding 20 pounds of sausage. For him, the most important thing is that he's done a good job. He's seen his master, myself, very excited at a find that he has done.
For Rookie, the total pro, it's all in a day's work. Coming up, lending an ear takes on a new meaning.
Boy, Kenny.
Impersonating humans is all in a day's work.
And that's a wrap, everybody.
And a twist of fate leads to a career in dance. Lisa Brown has been profoundly deaf since she was 16. 6 months ago, her life changed when she got Kenny, a trained hearing dog.
Good boy.
Before I had Kenny, I burned quite a great deal of food. So now, Kenny will paw me and lead me to the stove when something is ready.
Lisa is an expert lip reader, but her family doesn't alert her to sounds. That's Kenny's job.
Boy. There you go, Kenny.
My mom sets the timer for everything that she does now. So if the timer goes off and something's in the oven, I can't tell my mom that the timer's going off and I can't run and get it. My mom has to do that with Kenny's help. So I guess it's just kind of hard not being able to react to the sounds. Like you have to wait. You gotta pretend that it's not there.
Good boy, Kenny.
I used to be afraid to go over to a friend's house. Like if my dad was working and my sister was gone. Because once we were standing in the kitchen and the smoke detector went off and my mom didn't hear it. So when that happened, I was afraid to leave her at home. Afraid something happened.
Kenny has given Ashley back her childhood.
I think she feels freer to go, where before I think she stayed home because she was afraid to leave me home alone, just in case something happened and I wasn't going to hear it. It makes me feel good for her, but guilty, because she felt she had to stay home and protect me, where she's the child.
When Lisa puts Kenny's halter on, it tells him he's going out in public.
Okay, ready? Let's go. I think he gets excited because he likes to be out. He likes to be working out especially. As soon as his orange coat goes on, he gets really excited. His tail wags.
Lisa volunteers at Ashley's school library.
I'm sorry, sweetie. You can't pet the dog.
Why?
Because he's a working dog.
What's his job?
He's a hearing ear dog. He notifies me to sound.
You're lucky to have him.
Up. Up.
Every afternoon, Kenny gets a half hour of playtime.
Okay, go. Kenny?
The hardest thing about having Kenny as a working dog is not being able to pet him in the house. Like, you're not supposed to pet him or react to him in the house or anything like that. Because if you pet him when he's working, it distracts him. And then he tends to want to play. So you can't really pet him.
Kenny has a half hour of off time every day. He has his own special cage. It's his cage with his blanket. He just goes in and lies down and I close the cage door, and he knows when he's in the cage that he doesn't have to alert me for anything or anybody. It's his time off. It's his time to relax. Good boy, Kenny.
Kenny was trained by the Lions Club in Toronto. Trainer Rhonda Workman visits to make sure the Golden Retriever is keeping his skills up.
Hi, Rhonda. Come on.
How are you?
Good. Really good.
So he alerted right away?
Yes, he did.
Oh, good boy.
Good boy, Kenny.
And he led you to this door?
Yes, to this door.
Great.
Very doing good.
I see there's no leash on Kenny.
No leash, no. Goes everywhere.
Good.
Yeah, really good.
Kenny's been trained to listen for noises. It's not that he has great hearing or special hearing or anything like that. It's that he's alert and energetic. And, of course, his willingness to please. He's always looking to make his client happy, or his handler. I think he makes Lisa very happy when he gets to the timer, when he answers the telephone, when he wakes her up reliably in the morning. And that's what we're looking for in our dogs.
Now the phone test. Although Lisa's deafness prevents her from speaking on the phone, Kenny must alert her to all sounds.
Good boy, Kenny.
A trip to the mall will allow Kenny to show Rhonda how well he does his job in public.
Good boy, Kenny.
Kenny has developed a new hearing skill at the mall. It wasn't something he was trained to do, so Lisa is anxious for Rhonda to see it.
I lost Megan in the mall, she got away from me. And it just so happened that I found her, but by the time I found her, she was crying. It's your biggest nightmare, really. But with Kenny, I know he's going to lead me to her, but when I lost her, I was completely lost, because even if she was crying, I wouldn't have heard where she was.
Kenny, get Mommy!
Boy, Kenny. Hi, Kenny.
Before Rhonda leaves, the three of them go for a stroll.
Well, I think Kenny's doing very well.
You really do?
I do, honest.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah. He works really well to the timer, even with lots of people around. He worked well to the telephone.
Yes.
He did very well with the door knocking.
Yeah, he's really good at the door knocking. I must say, I'm quite pleased. He's a big help. I'm not afraid to be home alone anymore.
Good, good.
I can't imagine what my life would be without Kenny today. If I had waited, I think I would probably be very afraid to be home alone, especially now that both my kids are going to school all day. I would be home all day alone, and I can't imagine really what it would be like without him. I love him. He's like an extension of me. Sometimes I don't even remember I have the leash in my left hand anymore. He's just always there.
Of all the fire hydrants in all the towns in all the world, she pees on mine. That is to say, she's back, which means trouble ain't far behind.
It's showtime.
Daisy co-hosts the TV show Pet Project with her owner, Kevin Frank.
Come on, Daisy.
Her work has been nominated for a Gemini Award. She's been featured on magazine covers, and she appeared on Open Mic with Mike Bullard.
Please welcome Kevin Frank and Daisy.
Let's try and work up a little chemistry, Kevin, because there's always more chemistry between Daisy and I than there is between you and I. It doesn't look good to the folks at home, you know what I mean?
It's an icy wall.
I mean, let's face facts. We can't get Daisy without you, and that's why you're here.
She's admired by other TV hosts like Jonathan Torrens of CBC's Jonovision.
I've met a lot of dogs, and Daisy is one of my favorites, mainly because her breath is fantastic.
Congratulations, Agent Scarling. Well done. Yes, I've escaped. I won't come for you. That would be rude.
She and Kevin have been together for 9 years. She's been an actor for 3.
You know, there's an old showbiz saying that goes something like, never work with kids and animals. As it turns out, I ended up working with my dog, who's one of my kids, and it's an extreme pleasure. She's a great co-host, a good actor. She's street smart, and she's one of the best sitters in the business. Okay, so you're uncomfortable. Can you do that? You're uncomfortable? Close enough.
Dale Burstein is Daisy's producer.
I think Daisy's good at her job primarily because she can stay. And that's a big requirement for this job. And it's not as easy as it seems.
Oh, well, first of all, I should tell you a little bit about the audition, how we got this job in the first place.
There was something very special about the moment when Kevin and Daisy came in for their audition.
Daisy went into the room first, ran right in. The setup wasn't dissimilar to this. 2 chairs, camera. She hopped up into the comfortable padded chair that was for the actor, sat down, faced the camera, and cleared her throat.
And Kevin sat on the floor beside her.
And they thought, A, what a great dog to be able to just run in and do that, and B, that the actor just came in and as if it was perfectly natural that his dog would get the more comfortable chair.
Daisy acts alongside Kevin in parodies of famous films and TV shows.
Brad Pitbull and I discovered biting each other was the answer to all our problems. I know it sounds stupid now, but you had to be there.
Like me as if it were the last time. Oh, Ingrid, you make me feel so feral.
Casablanca, I think, is maybe Daisy's most romantic role.
Daisy's assistant, Andrea
Absolutely.
Stevenson.
She was beautiful. Her eyes were glistening in it. The jewelry is glistening on her. She had great close-ups. It was excellent.
You and that Spaslow guy are together. But he's your owner now. Don't try to make excuses. Nothing you bark can make things right between us.
She played Ingrid Bergman, and she had that same look in her eyes. Watery. I think it was all the smoke.
This week, Daisy is playing Agent Scarling in Silence of the Labs. While Kevin turns into Hannibal Lecter, Daisy heads outside for her first scene.
Ready for your scene, Daisy? Did some chin-ups this morning.
And action. 1, 2. Oh, Daisy, sorry, honey.
That's good. A little higher.
Good.
Take 2. Daisy does the action shots first while she's full of pep.
Next one, and Daisy's head.
Oh my God, she weighs a ton.
Down we go.
Her director's a fan.
She is a pro. You know, we've got long days. We start at 7 o'clock in the morning and we go till 9 o'clock at night, and she's got to be on every 15 minutes. She's got to be doing something different, you know?
Good. Okay.
But sometimes she gets distracted. A little break and rest helps keep her performance fresh.
She knows when she's acting. She knows when the director says cut, she'll go nuts all of a sudden. And in general, she's a good salt-of-the-earth type of dog.
When Kevin is busy, Andrea works with Daisy.
Okay, Daisy, come get a
In
treat.
this next scene, Daisy has to run past the camera into the distance. A pocket full of milk bones helps.
Good girl, good girl.
Daisy's very attached to the crew. They're all one big pack to her, and she's pack bitch. In dog terminology, of course.
Hey, Daisy, let's go for your W. You ready?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Don't lick. Let's go. Good. You lead. You know where we're going.
Okay, if Kevin's not looking, I'll give you a little bit. Don't tell anybody.
All right, Daisy, back
It's
to
time for Daisy's close-up. Boston Terriers aren't very active. Daisy's strength as an actress is her mastery of the command, stay, and her love of food. It helps with her eye line. All of these expressions will help create scenes like this.
Coming to pull her under the chin. Daisy.
Hello, Agent Scarling. Identification, please.
Costumes go a long way in helping Daisy look the part.
This is a little poncho we used in a Western. We did X-Files spoof last year, and she played Agent Scully, and she wore this.
And I'd know. Agent
While
Scarling
Daisy and Kevin wait for their next scene, they catch up on fan mail.
Hey, Daisy, we got some mail. This one's for you. Dearest Daisy, from the first moment I saw you, I knew you were the one for me.
They are the ultimate pet and pet owner. They're crazy about each other, and Daisy will do anything for him, and I think Kevin would do anything for her.
It's been a long 10-hour day, and this is Daisy's final scene.
Don't touch the glass. Don't go near the glass. Don't press your tail against the glass. Whatever you do, don't lick the glass. You're gonna see and hear some ugly things in there. Nana ugly. And that's a wrap, everybody. Atta girl, Daisy. Nice day's work.
Yeah.
Okay, you drive home. Let's go.
Get in your carrier. Well, you are a dog, you're gonna ride in baggage. Here's looking at you, pup. Too bad. That could have been the start of a beautiful best friendship.
Border Collies have been bred for centuries to herd sheep, but thousands of these dogs live hours from the nearest flock. With no white, woolly creatures to boss around, what's a smart, ambitious Border Collie to do? Dance!
Good man. Duncan loves music and has from the time he was little. We do show tunes. We do things like the very first song we ever performed to was the overture from Phantom of the Opera.
The first time Jan Mayer saw a dog perform freestyle, she was hooked.
I didn't even know anything about freestyle. And there was a girl there who did it with a Rottweiler. She did Bette Midler's Wind Beneath My Wings. And how you could ever think a Rottweiler could be elegant, you know, but it was the most elegant, moving thing I'd ever seen in my life. I said to my husband, I want to do that.
Dancing is more than a hobby for Duncan. It helped him turn his life around. 3 years ago, Duncan was an obedience champion with a promising career when an accident almost killed him.
They were out in the yard playing, and he threw a tennis ball for him, and he heard him scream, and he went down, and he didn't get back up again. When I came home to a husband sitting on the living room floor with a paralyzed dog, and we didn't know what was wrong.
Duncan had a blood clot in his spinal cord. The nerves were permanently damaged.
In the very first few days, we actually considered putting him down because he was just so crippled up from what was going on, and that was very difficult. It was a long struggle because we basically had to teach him how to walk again. And he really tried, and he really worked his little heart out for us when it came to doing physical therapy and the work that we had to do with him. He was real determined, and he would do anything in the world to please me. Easy. We also did some weave pole work from agility, and we had the weave poles so that they were open, and he would have to pick his legs up and place them again. Easy. And those were the kind of things that we did to teach him. He had to rediscover where that leg was.
Jan started teaching Duncan freestyle dance as part of his physical therapy, since it built on obedience steps he already knew.
His feet have two different names to them. This is kick, this is kick, and this is foot. And then once he learned that, then I was able to just transfer him to different parts of my body. He'll do it for my knees. Duncan, kick, kick. He'll do it to my feet. Good boy. Kick. 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 That's it. What? Good. Kick. Oh, you're cheating now. Spin.
Duncan dances in response to a combination of Jan's voice and hand commands.
It's to my left, and it's haw for him. Duncan, haw, 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 haw. Good. Now, the G came a lot harder because it's going into the nerve damage leg. G, 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 G. And if you watch him, he'll bunny hop, he kind of hops his back end rather than trying to do it across his feet. He's much smoother going that way.
Duncan suffers through his bath in order to look his best for his performance at the Highland Games tomorrow.
That's a pitiful face, if I ever saw one.
A highlight of the games is Duncan and Jan's dance.
Our first routine today is going to be a solo by Jan Meyer of Greensburg and her dog Duncan.
It's very easy to lose yourself in freestyle. And when you go on the floor, it's just you and the dog. And no matter how much crowd or judges or whatever is there, it's so easy to just be you and the dog. And it's made our bond a lot tighter doing the freestyle. Just him and I working together makes us happy. You know, and that goes for both of us because he loves doing this with me. It's probably made me realize that God might close a door, but he opens a window somewhere else. And which is what exactly happened to us.